Blood composition and functions. So in today's lecture, we'll discuss about the composition of blood. Blood basically, moving towards background, the main purpose of circulatory system is the transport of nutrients, waste, hormones, and heat. So these substances will be circulated through all over the body. And for the above things, we need a certain fluid which is required through which such transport can take place. So in higher organisms, since the body is large and simple diffusion is not possible, it won't be suitable enough. So in that case, the organisms have a proper fluid which are circulating and which is called blood and lymph. So if we say blood, so blood is a fluid connective tissue having mesodermal origin, and in all connective tissue, these cells are separated by lot of intercellular spaces which are filled with matrix. The average human has 5 liters of blood, and it is a transporting fluid, and blood is the only fluid tissue. So basic composition of blood, it includes erythrocytes, leukocytes, platelets, and plasma. Blood composition, 55% is plasma, 45% is cellular elements. So in this case, we have red blood cells, then we have the white blood cells. In white blood cells, we have lymphocytes, then macrophages, granulocytes, and lastly, we have platelets. Blood basically, if we see, it is in we have plasma matrix and formed elements. In plasma matrix, that is, we have seen that it is like pale yellow liquid, and it is 55% of total blood, whereas the formed elements include red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and it is 45% of the total blood. So if we want to see these components, two components separately, we can take out the hematocrit, which is basically packed cell volume. And because otherwise these cells are widely distributed within the plasma, and we can and we want to glue them together. For that, we need to take the blood in a centrifugation tube. And in this case, like in hematocrit, what we do is we take 100 ml of blood, and along with this we mix sodium oxalate. So this prevents blood from coagulation, and then we centrifuge the blood, and after that we see that all the formed elements heavier than the plasma, they will all get clustered at one end. So in which RBCs are the maximum in number. So WBC platelets are very less, and they form a very buffy coat in the remaining space taken by them. So that pale yellow fluid is called the plasma, and hence at 45 ml mark or 45% level, it is taken by the RBCs, and hence normal hematocrit is always 45%, and the thin buffy coat is WBC and platelets, and finally the remaining is plasma, that is for 45%. So this is how we can see in this particular slide also how after centrifugation what all things we observe. So this is the resultant of hematocrit. In this we are able to see water. If we see, if you are able to illustrate a bit more about plasma, which is 55% of total blood composition, we have in plasma, that is water, some salts like electrolytes, specifically sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium chloride, bicarbonate. So and apart from that, we have plasma proteins like albumin, fibrinogen, and globulins. Apart from that, we even have the nutrients like glucose, fatty acids, amino acids, and waste products which are present in the plasma. Rest, we have these formed elements, which is like red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. So basically, we see the red blood cells, they are for the transport of oxygen and help in the transport of carbon dioxide, whereas the leukocytes or the white blood cells, they help in defense and immunity. And apart from that, the platelets, they function in blood clotting. Their main function is in blood clotting. So if you see the physical characteristics and volume, so blood is having sticky and metallic taste. It is heavier than water. pH is 7.35 to 7.45, and it is 8% of the body weight. So now we'll see the components of blood. And in this slide, it is very clearly, it has been demonstrated, it has been shown that 90% of the plasma is water. Apart from that, the plasma constitutes plasma proteins, they constitute 7 to 9% of plasma, and they provide the colloidal osmotic pressure needed to draw water from interstitial fluid to capillary.